Module 8, keywords, hashtags, and search engine optimization. Let's get discovered. I have like to think about finding keywords as a scavenger hunt. And it becomes something of a fun adventure for me. And I hope that you will think about it as the exact same way. Social media apps are becoming the largest search engine that we have at this point in time. And in fact, there is some research that says that social media apps will surpass Google as a search engine in the next 10 years. If we recognize that and we understand that people are using social media, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, they're using those to find out information, see cool things, learn where to travel, find new artists, learn how to make money online, want to buy the coolest gifts, don't know how to plant something. If we know that now people are using social media to use that as a place to grow their knowledge or to learn or have more fun, we already know that our job is just to find the words that they are using and align our content with those words. It used to be that hashtags were the way that this happened. So if you put up on Instagram or TikTok or social YouTube before this fidget toy, you used to have to write hashtag fidget toy and whatever way you wanted to talk about it. So if you wanted to connect it to, I would connect it to stroke because I needed to use this for a stroke. If you wanted to connect it to ADHD, then you would do that and you would use those different hashtags. So the algorithm would say, oh, that's where I need to place it. Everything has shifted now. Hashtags are important, but not as important as they used to be. And hashtags are not going to put you in the categorization places as much as the keywords are going to put you in the areas of categorization. We're going to go through all of it. Think about it like this. You go online and what do you type into Instagram, TikTok, YouTube to learn? And those are the words that are keywords or key phrases. So if you want to learn how to make money online, then we're going to write how to make money online on our videos so people can understand it. But we also are not going to try to go at this blind and throw spaghetti at the wall and just assume we know what people are talking about. Those were the old days. These days, we don't have to do that anymore. There are so many resources available to us where we can search online and understand what people are asking for, wanting to learn about in our own area of expertise. And then we can make content around that. Keywords are critical to be on the screen, out of your mouth, in the captions, and in the description. If you are doing faceless content, keywords are critical to be in your hook, in your text, and then in your description. If you are doing voiceover content, then you would do the same way that I talked about for spoken videos, on the screen as a hook, and then out of your mouth multiple times, and your captions are already on the screen, and then in your description. Your description should no longer just be hashtags. Your description has got to be at least 2 sentences that summarizes what your video is, and you're using keywords in there. Now, on YouTube, it can be short if you're doing YouTube shorts. So you would think that the same 2 sentences would work on YouTube shorts. On TikTok, 2 sentences, 5 sentences at the max of keywords that summarize what your video is. On Instagram, you get away with longer captions. Absolutely. Much longer captions. And in there, you would still use keywords as well to pack those in your descriptions. I bring this out because so many account reviews I just see hashtags. And that is just because no one has fully explained that hashtags are not it any longer. We have to get the hashtag that aligns with what we're talking about in order to make the perfect, pretty way that algorithms like it. So let's talk about how, if we're doing spoken content, we are going to use the keywords. So say the keyword right now is, well, I just did one on healing. So let's just say it's healing. On the text on your screen, what I wrote was, your healing journey may not be linear. That is just what I wrote. Out of my mouth, I say, my healing from my stroke has not gone in a straight line. Today I woke up and I forgot how to write. I've been writing since April perfectly fine, but today I forgot how to write. I don't have a stutter. I don't need a mobility aid, but I don't know how to write today. All of a sudden, for me, I feel as if my healing has taken 52 steps backwards because I was doing perfectly fine. I'm tired of looking at my healing journey as a surprise party every single day. I just want to get back to what my life was. But I guess being part of a healing journey is understanding that maybe I'm not who I was, and I've got to start accepting who I am. I said healing 4 times in that script that I just gave you. And then I will turn on the captions. Now, if you want to keep pretty captions, we're going to talk about that later. But I generate the captions in Insta, I generate their captions. In TikTok, I generate their captions, even if I have pretty captions on. And I show you later how to scrunch those down and put them in and hide them. The reason I do that is because the algorithms may not always recognize the text you use on pretty captions. So you can just trick it and put those captions and hide them. Captions are important. They're important for a couple of reasons. 1, they are important for accessibility for people. But 2, they're important for the algorithm to read the 4 times I said keywords. So now I've got a keyword in my headline. I have 4 times the keywords out of my mouth. Then the algorithm can read the keywords 4 times on my screen, even if I hide it. And then in my description, I will write, sometimes healing doesn't go in a straight line. And even though your healing journey may be exhausting, you can still do it. Let's go on this healing journey together. And I just made that up off the top of my head. Then you're in your cover of your video, spoken or faceless, you are going to use why can't healing just be in a straight line? Then in your hashtags, you're going to find hashtags that are having to do with healing, healing journey, healing talk, healing TikTok. On Instagram, it could be healing gram, it could be healing journey. On YouTube, you get the idea, something on healing. When it comes to hashtags, I tell people to align your hashtags with what you are talking about, and what you are talking about should be one of your content pillars that aligns with your mission. And this is how we train the algorithm to understand that we can talk about multiple different topics, all under the roof of our niche house, all speaking to our ideal customers and our buyers, but yet it understands that one day we might be talking about business and one day we might be talking about fidget spinners, but both of them come under growth for us. Why we do all of this is we have to give the algorithm enough information. It's smart, but it's not that smart. So if we're telling it, hey, put this under healing, say we wanted it to go under healing journey, it could go under heal, it could go under healing journey, it could go under healing from a stroke, because that's what mine was. It could go with healing and writing. And what that means is the algorithm is just testing out different places for people to like where your content is and see where it resonates for people. Without doing this, we're just saying to TikTok, hey, throw this out somewhere. Hey, Instagram, just put this and see where people land on it. Why don't we just use the tools at our disposal so it makes your life easier and we get the information out to as many people as we want to do it? This does take work, but it can totally be fun. I promise you. What I do, as I said before, in your descriptions, TikTok and YouTube, shorter descriptions, 1 or 2 sentences with the keywords or key phrases in them, and then up to 3 to 5 hashtags, all under 1 million. not in the hundreds. So we're going to go from 5K to 90K. I usually stick in that like 50 to 100K. Stick there first. We want your content to grow up and to get up a little bit more. Hashtags on Instagram and TikTok now are not about this is what where to post it. It is about how many people have posted content using that hashtag. That is why I tell you to find smaller hashtag areas to post in so your content can rise to the top of that area and then we grow. Or if that's too much work for you, then think about it like this. If you want to do one in the millions, do one in the millions, do one in the hundreds of thousands, do ones in the tens of thousands, and then do one in the thousands. So that's 4 hashtags using the keywords of what you're talking about in your video, but it may be an easier way for you to remember how to get it done. So again, use hashtags. If you can do it my way, I pick them from 5K to 900K and somewhere in there, or you can just do it this way. Pick one in the millions, one in the hundreds of thousands, ones in the tens of thousands, and ones in the thousands. And then that way, your video will make sure that you have all the keywords, you have a description that has the keywords, and you have the hashtags that align with your keywords. And that piece of content aligns with your content pillar, which then aligns with your mission and will speak to your ideal buyer. How do I find keywords in TikTok? How do I do that? I don't understand what you're talking about, Nicole. How do I do that? Well, what I've done for you is I've put this video right here so you can watch a step-by-step tutorial on how to find the keywords in TikTok. And before you tell me that the Creator Search Insight tool does not work for you, I can guarantee that we have skipped a couple of steps using the Creator Search Insight tool. And let's watch the video and then we can go into it.
Step 1, through your search bar at the top of your page, you are going to start typing in Creator Search Insight. Pop up, click that. Then Creator Search Insights will pop up, click View. Then this page will pop up for you. You can see suggested topics, trending topics. Oh wait, there's more. TikTok Shop, Content Gap, where people are not making videos, place to be, choose by followers. After clicking all those buttons, there is nothing that you align with or talk about. Go to the search topics and type in topics. I've done a few. That should give you some examples. If you type in UFOs, there's a few topics, right? Cooking, there's these topics of make money, really how to make money online, art. And since my account is all about growth, personal, social, brand, the business, I typed in growth. Look what I found. Book growth books recommendations. 83,000 people are searching for. There has been an 1,000% increase in people searching for that topic. What does that say to me? I talk about growth. I know about self-growth book recommendations. Let's make a video. Once you find a topic that is connected, what you talk about, you are going to click this button and record inside the Creator Search Insight tool. Take your video the way you normally would, click the little red check like you then are going to hit captions, and TikTok will add the captions for you, and you hit this edit of the button. Why do we want to do that? Let's take out all of the hi guys or the dead spaces in our video. Let me know if you want me to do a tutorial on how to.
I did, don't worry.
Insight, keep that there. When you get to the description, what you're going to want to do is leave the Creator Search Insight hashtag at the front. Then you're going to write 2 sentences of a summary of what you talked about in your video, and you're going to use those keywords that we found from the Creator Search Insight tool. So in this case, it is self-growth books recommendation. And then we're going to want to edit your cover. The cover should be those keywords we got from the Creator Search tool. So again, this one is self-growth books recommendation. So we do that, it's for search engine optimization, and then you post your video. Wait, here's what I need you to remind you. Will this make you go viral? Probably not. Will it train TikTok to understand what kind of content you are putting out? Yes. And TikTok knows, likes, and trusts us, then it puts our content out in front of more people to help your videos get categorized more often. Yes, if you use those keywords on the screen, out of your mouth, with the captions on, and in the description. Finally, your video still has to be entertaining. It still has to do hook, answer, takeaway. You don't get to put words on the screen and that makes people view your videos. I like to look at data search insights as the breaking news of the TikTok. I tell people to check once or twice a week. Look, if this seems like too much work for you and you don't want to do it, you can jump to the top of my page and you can.
I think that I was a little excited that day because so many people were in my comments saying the creator search tool doesn't work for me. And then I went and looked at their content and they didn't use the keywords that were in the creator search insight tool on the screen, out of their mouth, in the description at all. They didn't, two of them didn't even film within inside of the creator search insight tool. And you can film and upload videos inside of the creator search insight tool. And their videos they didn't have good lighting. They didn't have the good audio and there was no takeaway. When you make keyword videos, that doesn't mean you're just going to go viral because you have keywords in there. It also doesn't mean you're going to use the creator search insight tool that has nothing to do with your mission or your content pillars and expect it to go viral. You have to find things that align with your content pillars in the creator search insight. Then you have to find those keywords and use those keywords exactly how they are written in the creator search insight. And then you have to use them on the screen as a written hook, out of your mouth as a verbal hook, in your captions and in your script at least 4 times, and then in your description at least 2 times. And then you find hashtags that align with the overall conversation that you're talking about. For those of you who are doing faceless content with no speaking at all, you still have to do the same thing. You still have to put a hook that captures everyone's attention written, that uses those words that are in the creator search insight tool. And then you, as you put your text on the screen, you're going to have to use those words exactly as they're written in the creator search insight tool on the text on the screen. Or if you're doing photo carousels, then you're going to have to find a way to incorporate those words on the text on each of the screens. And then in your description, you need to use those words again in the description. Again, the algorithm's smart. It's not smart, just like so smart. We still have to tell it where to go. And you don't just get rewarded for participation. You don't just get to go to the creator search tool, pick a random topic, make a video about it, and not do any of those steps. What if I don't want to use the creator search insight tool? What if I want to just figure out another way, a little easier way for me to find topic areas that I like in TikTok? Well, then we can use the search bar.
Another way to find keywords or things that people are searching for inside of TikTok is to go to this search bar on the top of your page and type in your topic that you may want to search on. So for me, let's say creating content is what I would like to search on. You will see that these are all of the videos that pop up using just the words creating content. But also over here, you will see where it says others searched for. Now, these are all topics that other people have searched for within the keywords of creating content. So we can click this one and see, okay, we should watch some of these. This one has 79,000 views. This one has 26,000 views. This one has 141,000 views. I wonder what they're talking about that might be interesting for me. This is the most recent one. Let's take it out.
I just watched a video of this really sweet woman who is an aspiring content creator. She saw this like social media guru selling like.
So this you can see she's telling a story. She named it by everything I know about creating content. And then here she used content creation. So she's trying to use content in multiple ways content creation in multiple ways, and she used these two hashtags. Now, she does not have,
How to grow your audience and business, how to make money.
she does not have the captions on, which is something that I would do to recommend, but she got it okay for herself because she has creating content and content creation, and then her hashtags aligned with that as well. So now if I wanted to look and say, oh, what other things, what other topics can I do? What other words were used? Now let's go to content creation tips. Oh, there's me. So obviously this one worked for me. So again, you can see all of the people who had big videos in this area, and they use the words content creator tips. But I also now can go over here and say, oh, these are other words that people search for. I should probably make content for that. Let's do making money, because that is what many people like to see. So another thing you can do is you type in here, making money, and then you'll see that these are all the other words or phrases that people have searched. So you can screenshot this or write these down. Another way to find.
Sorry about that. I guess that I ended that video. I think the bigger point for us to remember is by using the search button inside TikTok, this is on a desktop. The same thing follows for you if you're doing it on your phone. You'll use your search button, type in the words. There'll be a drop down, screenshot those to see what other people searched for, or you can watch the videos, scroll down, and there's an actual section that'll say others searched for. All of those others searched for do two things. They give you other keywords that people are searching for, and they give you ideas on content with those keywords that you can also do within your niche area. Again, I'm just going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. You're going to hate it by the time this module is over. You need to use those keywords on the screen, out of your mouth 3 to 4 times in the captions and in your description. And then you need to find hashtags that align with those keywords you're talking about. And we're just going to do it the easy way. 1 in the millions, 1 in the hundreds of thousands, 1 in the tens of thousands, and 1's in the thousands. Will you always get categorized exactly for what you put out? No, especially if you've never been categorized before. But you will find that TikTok will start categorizing you in bigger themes. So if you're talking about art and you want to talk about painting with acrylics, TikTok may actually put you under painting. It may put you under acrylics. It may put you under canvas. But eventually you will start getting categorized exactly the way that you want to. Does this also mean that you're going to get massive amount of views because you're using the keywords? No, because we still need to combine it with our mission, our content pillars, reaching out to our ideal customer, and we need to have a good hook, a good answer, a good takeaway. We need to make sure our videos have good lighting. We have to have good sound. Again, you don't have to use a microphone. You have to give somebody something of value. I know that that sounds like a lot, but if you watch this from beginning to end, I'm giving you the step by step by step on how you can make really good content. Also, I thought it was important to give you videos like this so that you can actually come in and re-watch just the video as opposed to listening to me talk the entire time for you as well.
Another way to find.
Now, what if you want to find keywords and search engines for all social media all together? And you don't just want to do it within the TikTok app and then do a different one within Instagram and then do a different one in YouTube. What if you just are saying like, Nicole, just give me the easiest way to do it so I can get it done? Answerthepublic.com is the way for you to do that. I've hyperlinked it here for you. You get 3 free searches a day when you sign up for the program. You still have to make an account. but you get 3 free searches a day. That should be enough for you. But if you want to, I think it's $11 a month. You can get the free trial for 7 days. Type in all of the topics that you want to talk about for those 7 days. Take in all of those questions and comments that people are putting in there, write them all down, screenshot them, print them off, and then go ahead and cancel your subscription. So that way you don't get charged. And then you would have tons and tons and tons of content that you could do, work into your content schedule, work with the hooks I gave you, put it into AI with the prompts I gave you, and then you would be able to answer it. So let's go through how to utilize answerthepublic.com. Oh, let's actually do it. I guess I don't know what I'm doing very well. Keywords and search engine optimization. My views on my videos go from hundreds to thousands to tens of thousands to millions. You're gonna want to save this video. First thing I had to do was actually think about what I wanted to talk about. And then I had to understand that whatever I wanted to talk about needed to align with what other people were searching for. The tools I use to see what keywords people are searching for is answerthepublic.com. Not sponsored or paid for. I just really dig it. In the comments, let me know if you want me to show you how to do this within the TikTok app. So for example, I put in house because I want to take everybody on a house tour. People aren't just searching for house. They're searching for, are house centipedes dangerous? Our house is haunted. How House of Dragon ends. What house am I in Harry Potter? We're still not even at a place where I can tell you on a house tour. So for me, I could do a video on house and home. I can still do a house tour. Absolutely. But now I could do one that says, these are the little touches I put in place to have a house and a home. Using the words that people are typing in to TikTok, our videos get better categorized and they get pushed out to the people that we want to see it. Now, you're gonna have to use those keywords on the screen, out of your mouth at least 3 times, put captions on, and write the words in the description, not just hashtag. The algorithm's smart. It's not that smart. It still needs us to tell it where to go, but now we have a leg up. The reason I like answerthepublic.com is because, let's see if I'm smart enough to make this work on the hyperlink. We don't know. Because you will see that you can search all of Google, not just TikTok and not just YouTube. You search all of Google. So we'll just search dance. You're going to see that it's going to pop up right here. Take us a few minutes to show you everything that people are typing into Google, which now means you can type in these words to YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and it will pop up for you. There you go. So we have 141 questions on dance. I like to use the table because it shows me a little bit more on how really things are. So our dance workout's effective. A search volume there, 90. It could work, but we want it a little higher than that. So here, we just keep scrolling down to find things. What dance style should I learn? Anytime there's a green next to it, we should probably put that in there as something we should talk about a little bit. Why dance matters. Another thing, a little green. Why dance is important. This is a great one. Even though it's not green, it definitely shows that people are looking for it, because when you look at this CPC, people are paying $5.68 to get that search term higher. You're not paying anything by doing that. Let's see. I don't know what that means. A dance for you lyrics. Dance is a sport. You will scroll down by all of these and understand what people are asking for. And then you make content exactly on this. So here you go. Dance like no one is watching. Looks like that's a pretty big search volume. 3,600 people are searching for that. Dance like nobody's watching in a different way. You can do 2 separate pieces of content on the same topic and get things to be done. Dance and gymnastics. You can do this for all of your areas and all of your topic areas. You print all of these out. You look at the ones that have the highest thing. Then you use this on the screen, out of your mouth, in your captions, and then in your descriptions. For faceless people, you use this on the screen and then on the screen. and then in your descriptions. And all of a sudden, you now have information that people are going to be categorized, and that is exactly what they are typing in. And that's why you can use Answer the Public for Instagram, YouTube, and for TikTok if you don't want to go through and do things all inside the app. I know that overwhelmingly, we want to just rely on hashtags, but as I've said to you before, hashtags are not the way to get our videos categorized. Hashtags need to align with what we are talking about in our videos, but they are not the way. So when I come to people's descriptions and there's only hashtags, then I know for a fact that they are not going to pop up all the way to the top. No, again, let me clarify this for you. Are there some big creators that have been on this app for a very long time that make these apps money, that have brand deals, have sponsorships? Most of them have business accounts. Can they just get away with hashtags? Yes. It's just not fair. I don't know any other way of saying it. But can you? No. So there you go. That's the tough love Nicole side of it. I can't. There are just some people who were here before the algorithm shifted. Some people have been here since the beginning. Some people have been on TikTok when it used to be Musical.ly, and they just transitioned over. But for us, we need to use keywords that align with what people are searching for, that align with our content pillars and our mission. And then we use hashtags in addition to descriptions. If you want to try it and on TikTok and Instagram and not use any hashtags at all, go ahead. I know some people swear by that. You don't need hashtags at all. I haven't found that 100% works for me on TikTok. So I always use a couple, one in the millions, one in the hundreds of thousands, one in the tens of thousands, and one in the thousands as well. In this module, I have gone ahead and included for you charts and charts of keywords and hashtags that align with multiple different niche areas. So you don't even have to do the work at this point in time. I want to make this as easy for you as possible. When you use those keywords, let's go through it again. We have to remember to use them on the screen, out of your mouth, at least 4 times, in the captions and in the description. For faceless content, on the screen at least 3 times on the screen, or in pictures, ideally on the screen, on the next screen, on the next screen, and then in your descriptions as well. Also, what I want to do is help you understand how hashtags can hurt you, and TikTok as well. So let's figure out how we can understand what hashtags have been banned on TikTok.
Let's talk banned hashtags. You can find out if something's banned. Go to search, type in your content that you want to talk about. This time we're typing adult content. We hit the search button. Whatever pops up, go to hashtags, and if it's blank, it's banned.
So we don't want to use banned hashtags because that will A, get our content suppressed, and then B, opens us up to even more scams and bots. So you should actually check this, but in the download section of here, I have uploaded the summer banned hashtags for TikTok, so you don't have to worry about searching for them.
Let's talk banned.
For banned hashtags on Instagram and YouTube, let's go and look at this as well. I find this tool helps me even with TikTok, even though it doesn't say it does. I also find that this tool gives me a little bit more information on words that I would think would not be banned, but maybe at this point in time.
So to find banned hashtags on Instagram, you go to Google and type in banned hashtags on Instagram. I like to use IQ hashtags. That's the one that I like the best. It's just easier for me. And I find that you can either link your account already, or you can add your hashtags here. I also find that the hashtags that are banned on this IQ hashtags are ones I tend to stay away from when I'm on TikTok or I am on YouTube. So I'm just going to type in a word that we would all probably assume would be fine. And you check this and you'll see that petite is a banned hashtag right now for Instagram. So let's type in a couple of others. Make money. Adult. Let's do bestie. And let's do fitness. Prayer. Adulting. Marketing. Maybe if I spelled it correctly, it would help. All right, let's see if any of these are banned. So you can see here, adult, adulting, petite, all of those are banned hashtags. It doesn't hurt to come over here, see what words you want to use as your hashtags, and understand which ones are banned.
I have also gone ahead for you, hyperlinked this here and included in this download as of summer 2024, what words, what hashtags are currently banned on Instagram and most likely on YouTube as well. I also think that it's important for us to understand that there are words on social media that we should not be using. And a lot of them are common words, but they are things that can get our content suppressed on TikTok and on Instagram. And again, yes, do some people get away with using these words? Absolutely. I don't know, maybe the algorithm was sleeping that day. But these are words that, let's say 8 times out of 10, you will not get the opportunity to get over 200, 300 views. You might get to 1,000 if your content is really good. But when we start to get pushed out to even over that 500,000, 500 number and 1,000 number, then again, your video gets re-looked at and it has to go through another approval process. These are the words that I have put together for you, that these are not words you should be using right now. But look at how many of these words or phrases are things that you absolutely use. So obviously over here, I think most of us understand that the majority of these words are probably not words that would want to be out there. But you start looking at these words, you would think like a % off would be something. Definitely affiliate, ambassador, coaching call, phone number, register. This one, link in bio. Those are things that we don't say. So that's why you'll hear me say, jump to the top of my page. On TikTok, you can say Stan Store. That is something that you can say. But that's why on Instagram, most people say comment me, and then they automatically send something to someone. If you are making sure you're like the sign up, you can say to register, to pre-register. Sometimes works, but a lot of times I say to get your own copy. That would be something that you can say to people as well. Just keep these in mind when you start making your content, that some of these words may not work. And again, that's as of filming of this, which is August 2024. So you can just Google, if you see this on a replay, you can Google some of the words that could get you banned or get your content banned, and just not use any of these words in your content. I wanted to really go through this part of the content creation process and journey with you, so you understood how important keywords are on your videos, and how you needed to understand that when you are using these tools that come out for us, we don't want to think that just by using a tool, that's going to make us go viral, or just by using a tool, it is going to help us. We still have to use those keywords. Ready? One more time. You should be able to repeat it by now. On the screen, out of your mouth 4 times, put the captions on. You can hide them if you want the pretty captions, and then in your description as well. Faceless content, same thing, on the screen multiple times in the videos. If you're using photo carousels, you can use it multiple times in there, and then in your descriptions. Another note on hashtags before I forget, no more making up your own hashtags. Unless you're like, I don't know, a movie star and someone's paying for a ton of money for that hashtag to be promoted. No more making up your own hashtags. No more using hashtag FYP. No more using make me go viral. No more using teamwork, and no more using road to 10K. Those are all things that will get you suppressed on TikTok. And then on Instagram, teamwork, follow for follow, FYP, and make me go viral also will not work. Those same ones on YouTube as well. I hope that this module really helped you understand how to start using keywords and why getting categorized under search engine optimization will help call in your ideal customer and your ideal buyer. Again, whether you are selling something or just wanting someone to join your community. It does take a little bit of practice, but now you have the tools to be able to do it.